So we have about 9 days until we're supposed to leave.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. And so one of the last things we wanted to see before we left was Little River Canyon because it's pretty much one of our favorite places in Alabama.
Basically, they call it the Grand Canyon of the East. And it was only made a national preserve in 1992. So I find that interesting because I thought all the national parks, preserves, wildlife refuges, all that was done in the 30s. So it's cool that they're still creating these areas for us to appreciate and protect, you know.
Little River Canyon's kind of, I guess, one of the biggest foundations, I guess, of our relationship. We used to come here all the time before we had kids. It's a whole lot of driving through here.
Yeah.
So we really haven't come that much since having the kids because
screaming kids in the car don't really cooperate.
Right? But this is, once again, one of the places that we felt like we had to kind of say goodbye to before we leave because we have no idea when we're coming back.
Right.
So, taking you along for the journey, and hopefully you find the beauty in Little River Canyon as much as we do.
We can't change, that everything will always change. But we'll remember this as it is today in time. We both know you won't be mine. Oh, memories. Defining our memories as the difference between you and me. Writing our history and creating our memories.
Driving through Little River Canyon, not for the faint of heart.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, it's a lot scary.
Defining our memories, the difference between you and me. Writing.
So one of the best ways to be respectful of other drivers when you're going through a national park or someplace scenic is to pull over if you're going to be driving slowly and let the people around you pass. And that's something that we always try and do because we like to take the scenic routes and we like to enjoy the scenery. So as soon as we realize someone's behind us, we always pull off and let them pass. Unfortunately, it's not a courtesy that everyone knows to do.
Creating our memories. Oh, memories. Recalling memories, photos of you and me. How you used to say the future's on its way.
Okay, so Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls. They did an episode here at Little River Canyon, and it was kind of a joke because he, in the beginning of the episode, helicopters in and jumps off the helicopter right here at this rock, and with camera trickery, all of a sudden he's on the other side of the overlook, or other side of the canyon, and he's over here, and he shimmies down one of these trees without somehow getting the overlook in, because it's exactly that point. He climbs down the trees and then builds a garbage bag raft
And flows down.
and floats down.
The preserve has a lot to offer if you are any kind of adventurer, from anything from hiking to rappelling to class 2 to I want to say class 4 rapids. It might be class 5 rapids.
Depending on the season. The big falls, or high falls, whatever it's called, at the very top of the park, has the class 4 to 5, depending on the water rapid.
As far as RV camping, there's not really a whole lot along the canyon. It's really not advised to bring your RV out here, but there are quite a few campgrounds at the
ends of them.
Yes.
Ends of the preserve.
Whole lot of bird watching, a lot of wildlife.
Yeah, everywhere you look, you see hawks circling and using the canyon drafts and whatnot. It's super cool.
And our favorite spot. So behind me is Mushroom Rock, and you can tell probably where it gets its name.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Did I just catch you climbing on that rock?
No, ma'am.
And it's even got a little pass through. And of course, as always, someone has to deface it.
Oh yeah, like we care that Tim and Robin were here in 2016.
Lots of cool rock formations out here, for sure.
Hey look, Paul and Tammy were here in 2016 too.
Josh and Crystal were here in 2016.
2016 was a good year apparently.
Yeah, everyone came in 2016 and decided to write on the rocks with a Sharpie.
If it said Lewis and Clark, I would have been impressed, but it doesn't.
Looks like all these windy roads finally got to Silas. This guy's enjoying the breeze. So we got to the Little River Canyon Center right as they were closing, so we didn't really actually get to go in, but they were nice enough to open up the doors for us and ask us if we needed anything and gave us a trail map. And in case you have pets, we didn't bring Indy today, but you actually can bring your dogs or horses, or I suppose probably a cat if you wanted to, into the park, but they have to be leashed, so make sure your cat's leash trained first. Another great thing about Little River is that it is actually free to visit. The Canyon Mouth Park does have a $3 a day use fee, but if you didn't want to pay that, there are plenty of other places to stop. Our favorite place is Little River Falls, which is where we are now, and it is 100% free to visit. It's easy to get an RV in and out, and from what we can tell, there's actually no signs that say no overnight parking. So you might even be able to park here and boondoggle overnight.
We found Bigfoot, at least his footprint. Now we're on the hunt.
Fighting our memories, the difference between you and me, writing our history, creating our memories.
Sky really wants to go on the trail that goes underneath the bridge, so that's what we're gonna do next. Yeah, Daddy and Silas stayed at the truck, so hopefully they don't think we're missing, because didn't really tell them where we were going first.
Calling memories, photos of you and me, how you used to say the future's on its way.
Look up, Sky. Did you know people are driving above us? Yeah? It's pretty, isn't it? I didn't have to duck. Mommy's not that tall. Okay, we better get back before Daddy gets mad at us. Well, we had a great day. We are now heading back home.
The thing I'd like to say about Alabama is it can really change so dramatically over the course of a year. If you think back 6 months ago, we were in a major drought. Everything was brown and dying, and now that the rainy season has kicked in, everything is beautifully green, like just popping green. And the trees are starting to get back leaves. It can go from one day, overnight, having to worry about our RV pipes freezing
Like
to the
2
next
nights
day.
ago.
And, you know, 2 days later, we're in short sleeves running around, no jackets, and it's 63 degrees right now, but at the height it was 75. So there's a lot to love about Alabama.
If you're thinking about stopping in Alabama and just don't know if it's worth it, trust us. There are places in all 4 corners of the state that you should see. And a lot of places that we ourselves have never even gotten to check out and are on our bucket list.
Alabama is a really cheap place to live. It's a really cheap place to visit. You know, of all the destination spots that I can think of, Alabama has a lot to offer for not a whole lot to pay. So, you know, most people just drive through and completely miss it. You really should check it out.
Yeah.
Y'all come to Alabama, you hear?